This is only interesting because of who is talking to who. Sofia Franklyn, the most vocally fried, awful person to listen to in the history of listening to human voices, is interviewing James Charles. Go to 222, Mark.
All right.
Sofia is she asks. Her questions take forever to ask. Most of them do. I can't remember this, but she's kind of implying that let's talk about the really hard stuff and get it over with. And James, of course, talks so fast.
I'm going to cry. So there's a lot to discuss today.
Of course.
My podcast is lighthearted, fun.
It's already driving me nuts that she's holding that microphone stand.
I know. Take it to it. The outro is about 3:40.
340? Okay.
3:40.
In the comedy section, I think there's some responsibility, and I need to be responsible, as do you.
Yeah, of course.
So I think we should just jump into the hard shit.
Okay.
And then we move along.
Sure. That's fine with me.
It is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Those two voices.
So
it's just amazing.
Where are you now with the situation?
I'm great.
That's not a question.
Wait a sec. Explain the situation.
That's not where are you now with the situation.
Yeah,
That's not a
what
question.
situation?
And he, by the way, will say like he suggested it was drama and that like he's doing fine. He doesn't say anything about the other people. And of course, people are fucking pissed. They're like, what kind of answer is that?
Everything that the drama that happened was about 3.5, almost 4 years ago now. It'll be
You
4
mean you're
years in
staring at
April.
those guys' dicks?
And I'm at a really good mental place. It took me a long
about
time to
them?
heal and get over and get through.
Wait. You're not the victim in this case,
Yeah,
Charles.
Get over looking at a 16-year-old's dick. Is that what you got over? I don't think you got over it.
That butt photo you sent.
But it's something that I will never forget about and have had to live with. But it's been
He'll never
such
forget that dick.
a blessing in disguise, truly, to teach me so many valuable life lessons about love, about business, about just my own personal safety and protection. And it was,
You're not the victim.
His own
thing
protection.
to go through, but I'm really proud of the mental progress that I've made, and I do like to believe that everything happens for a reason, because I think that
you
could drive yourself crazy by believing otherwise.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, well that settles that.
458. How James handles trouble. She doesn't ask any fucking good questions, and so he just kind of talks around the whole thing. But
Well, he's got
still,
kind of
I love hearing his voice.
I was gonna say he's got a hypnotizing voice.
Apology things in the past have become memes or videos that people have laughed at, which I can understand why.
This goes to
I will say,
610.
anytime that I've ever fucked up, I've gotten online and I've always been honest. I don't send
Always?
cease and desist letters or stay silent or threaten legal action, which is what nowadays, all PR teams have people do.
Does that sweater have
And I
like
think that
6
when I
cuffs
realized
on
that I
it?
fucked up, like I had mentioned, I wanted to get online and have a conversation and apologize for what I did do, which is that when I was 21, I had conversations with 2 guys that told me they were 18, and after
One guy
about an
told you.
hour-long
And you saw the
convo, I
wieners?
realized that they were lying, and I blocked them, and
saw the
that was
wieners?
it.
Wait, he blocked
And then I
them?
was in the Cosmopolitan article
he's
that
the
you
victim.
mentioned,
If he
literally
finds out that he
admitted.
abused a 16-year-old, he blocks him.
Yes, Drew. He's the victim because they lied about their age.
Years later that he did lie and that he wished he never did in the first place.
Yeah.
But I think that when that got posted, somebody will post a video that'll quickly get turned into a viral tweet, a TikTok
Or
little
one
snippet,
little
one little
clip.
clip from here or there, or an Instagram story. And, on social media, we all know that the most interesting or the most exaggerated or the craziest content is what's going to go viral. So I apologize for something that I did do and that I recognize was wrong, which was not checking IDs and not taking proper precautions with the people that I was having conversations with.
Oh, wow.
And I will
Checking
forever
IDs.
admit that and be embarrassed by that and own that. But
I
it
have a
just
dormant for my penis.
Wow.
I have a dormant for my penis to check IDs.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
Dormant for my butt.
7:32.
We need somebody on the back door checking IDs.
7:32. Sophia is going to wax philosophical.
Oh, great.
I think she takes a minute 16 to ask a question.
Oh, okay, 7:30.
7:32. Yeah, right around there.
So for real, last question, because it has more to do with me. Is basically,
She knows how stupid it is.
Go ahead.
I didn't realize how crazy that sounded until after it came out of my mouth, but I kind of love it. Is the idea of anchoring bias. Have you ever heard of that?
I haven't.
You ever heard of
So
that?
basically,
You know why? Because that's not a thing.
No, I've never.
Whatever
I don't know
that
what the
is,
fuck
it's
you're
not
talking
a
about.
thing. Anchoring bias. Okay.
anchoring bias, there's a million forms of biases, right? Confirmation bias. And I learned about this one, anchoring bias, which basically means people tend to hold on to and believe the first piece of information they
Yes.
hear about something.
Nation.
And it's really hard for them to let it go.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that was very difficult. I'm sure for you. Not that we didn't fuck up. I'm just saying, moving
I
forward,
love how she talks with her left
do you
hand.
feel like this is something that will always be a part of your story and you?
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Good. Thank you, Charles.
that sucks, but at the end of the day, it's my fault. So it is what it is. Like I said, I've moved past it. I think that, whenever drama videos first started being made about me in 2019,
I will say,
Drama videos.
I only have anchor bias towards James Charles for, I can't believe I'm bald.
This goes till 10:06, by the way.
dating life became extremely public, and it just once again unfortunately became a trend to post conversations
It was
that people have
trending.
with me, whether they were on DMs, dating apps, in real life, and it started getting a lot of engagement. So that's always going to be something that I will now need to look out for when having any sort of conversation, romantic or not. So I think like with that, it's just the same thing as like if you were a restaurant owner and you said, "Oh, Gordon Ramsay came in and said my food was and spit on it." You would probably believe it because that's the character that he is online. If he said that, you
So if someone says I looked at a penis,
I love this.
people are gonna believe it.
This idiot agreeing with him too while he's saying,
I know.
Right.
and overheard Billie Eilish singing to herself and she sounded incredible, you would believe it because she's an incredible singer.
Yes.
Unfortunately, with me,
If I send a dick
my
pic to a
dating life
16-year-old,
became
you're gonna
public
believe it.
and stories were posted, and it becomes a thing where now if anybody makes anything with any sort of claim, like you said, it's the anchoring bias where people say, "Oh, I've
Yes.
heard this before," so
it's
must
truth.
be true.
It's the first thing I heard, and there's nothing different.
Yeah.
So James Charles should have said,
Different.
my anchoring bias is the fact that they told me they were over 18, and that's all I was going to believe, no matter what it was. shown.
Whatever.
Can you
In
believe
other words, they told him he was 18, so he's just going with the first thing he was told about those kids.
this? Can you believe this girl makes a lot of money interviewing people?
Oh,
She's
Really?
the worst.
does she still?
Yes, she's
still
still
has-
she's not nearly where her partner, because they were a show together, Call Her Daddy, and then they splintered over money, and she basically turned
didn't
down
work out
$20
well.
million,
that didn't
and
work
she
out.
makes a ton less. And I still don't know why anyone does an interview with her. She is the worst. But go to 1054 because Sophia asks, "Shall we move on?" And James has something to say about this. Very happy.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
I would love to move on. I'm glad we talk. Like I said, I'm an open book. I have no problem talking about
me too.
anything, but it's been years and I've talked about this so many times. Honestly, I don't think anybody gives a anymore. Not that they don't. Oh my God, that's bad wording too.
Wait, why?
Well, I mean, not that they don't care about what happened. I think that people don't want to hear me talk about it.
No, the thing is, I think they do. Like people do anything that was big like that and made a splash. They do want to keep hearing it.
I think it'll get views, but I think that at the end of the day,
ankle
will always
bracelet,
take
a
accountability
monitor?
for what I did do, but I refuse to, admit to what I didn't. So I just hope that through
didn't.
time, once again, I'm able to continue showing the person that I am and
Yeah.
just moving forward and growing.
Yes. So let's talk about makeup. Painted by James
Okay, that's it.
Charles.
What's the most mindless fucking conversation?
My God.
And it'll get 1 million views. It'll get 1 million.
How many does it have? Let's see. 71,000 right now in 10. Oh no, 25,000. I'm sorry, in 10 days.
It's probably because she's just not what she. If this was 5 years ago, it would get 5 million views probably.
In this exclusive interview, James Charles speaks on exactly what has occurred in the past few years, including the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Don't be dumb.
Live from his home. That's his home, by the way.
Really?
Sophia learns the intricacies of battling the public and launching your dream project.
Do we have her saying it's crazy? Is that a drop?
That's gross.
She says, well, it's crazy at like 6:29. There's a lot of good drops in there, by the way. Anytime she talks, there's a drop.
She's the worst.
She is.
This is
Horrible.
real shit, and you guys know it.
I'd rather be forced to watch his stuff than hers.
I agree, except seeing them together blew my mind. Totally blew my mind.
Those are two voices of a generation.
Right.
Not even just two voices.
Existed.